light's really bad here, isn't it? There we go. That's a little better. Been a rough few days. Hey, country style, how we doing, bud? I smell like skunk. Really badly. Hey, Tony, what's up, buddy? Get those traps ready to go yet? Cow Academy, how we doing, buddy? I'll be having plenty of skunk fat for you this year, boss. So we came home with 11 today, which puts me at 507. So we're still kicking. Halfway, snap most everything off. I'm only checking like probably 30 locations tomorrow, and with this cold and snow, I'm really hoping just to catch one. That's the only reason I left anything else, just hopefully to catch one. Hey, Todd, how we doing, boss? Ruger, how we doing? Thank you. I've got some really good skunks this year. Really good. Dylan. Todd, you like that? Yeah, I actually worked on a bunch of skunks tonight. Just kind of had to get something done in the shop, and I figured let's work on some skunks. So yeah, Don, this snow and cold snap's really going to shut down the coon movement. So we set everything off for now. I'm hopefully gonna do some muskrat trapping this weekend through the ice that we're gonna get. William, it actually isn't that bad. I actually did test positive last night for COVID, so I felt like crap yesterday. I mean, I was terrible. I slept really good last night. Woke up and I'm tired and I'm beat, but I can still smell after dealing with all the skunks. I can still smell. Anthony, I really wish I don't eat right now. If I do eat, it's fast food or throw some ramen noodles in. I don't have time for much. Yeah, off the hook. How we doing, buddy? We're still alive, man. We're still alive. Yeah, Todd, I just put up 12 ounces of essence and I'm out of jars now. So now I got to wait for my order from FT. Ruger, I am for now. That's why I did all the skunk essence now. Wife comes home Friday night late, so figured better get all that skunk nastiness done now. Brandon, are you talking traps or are you talking, buddy? You're getting ready for season. That's awesome, bud. Oh, cool, Tony. Nice. Anthony, favorite drink on the line? Water. Um, I often notice that I don't drink enough water. Um, it's pretty bad when you come home at 3 o'clock and it's like, I don't think I peed today. So when it's hot out, it's you start sweating, your body craves water. But when it's cold and you're working, it doesn't crave it as much, even though you don't drink as much as you should. I honestly think it's almost easier to get dehydrated when it's cooler out and you're not drinking enough versus when it's hot out. Hey, Chris, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, Todd. It is. I'm glad to be picking up. I'm not even sure what I'm up to. I picked up one more skunk today, which is crazy with all the snow we got. Patrick, I am. Even though I tested positive, I don't feel bad. I feel okay. I slept a lot last night though. Slept hard, probably the hardest sleep I've ever had. Didn't exactly wake up early this morning. Didn't set an alarm. I just woke up when I woke up. So I appreciate that, Ruger. I really do. It means a lot. Oh, cool, Morgan. That's awesome. I hope you have some good success coming up, bud. How we doing, Frank? Anthony, it was when I got home today at 1 o'clock, it was 25 degrees with about a 20-mile-an-hour wind out of the northwest, which drops the wind chill down to probably 5. It was cold. It was just cold. Oh, nice, Tony. That's a good day. Country Line Adventures, how we doing? Hey, Mark, yeah, we're still here, buddy. We're still alive anyway. Didn't catch anything today, Chris. That's all right, buddy. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Got some kind of fat from an animal on my arm. That's gross. Ruger, actually, I did. I had a good feeling there was a badger in there. Just because the fact there's a huge digging, which when I see big digging areas, I think groundhog or badger. That's my number two main things. But I caught one of the 3 badgers I've caught in my life came out of that exact trap. So I thought, what are the odds another one moved in here? Of the now 4 badgers that I've caught, they're all within a mile area of each other. So it's definitely some little grouping of them there somewhere. Positive D. Oh, yeah, Frank, I do. I guess according to the test I took, but I don't feel bad. I'm just worn out. I'm beat. Yeah, Anthony, I noticed going up the stairs and stuff, I struggle to breathe or if I talk a lot. But other than that, this is the third time, fourth time. The first time was fine. The second time sucked. And the third time, I guess I shouldn't say I technically had it. I never got tested, but I was about positive. Mason, no, I've never caught a mountain lion, but boy, I sure hope to. That'd be fun. Jesse just put in some otter sets. That's awesome. Kevin, I am. Little different style though. So with us freezing out, basically, I mean it's probably now down to 20 degrees with a great wind chill. These ponds are gonna have ice on them, and I got a good buddy of mine. He's like, "Hey, I got a bunch of ponds with muskrats," and I said, "Let's wait. If it works out and we get the first ice, that first ice will reveal all those den entrances, and I'll bring over a bunch of colony traps, which are legal in Iowa, and we'll just set the living crap out of these ponds." At first, when he told me, I was like, "All right, you got a couple ponds, really not worth my drive, an hour and a half there." But then he's like, "Yeah, it's like 15 or 16 ponds that have muskrats," and I'm like, "Okay, now you got my attention." Slow week for you? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Dan, it was a cool badger. I'm actually looking forward to putting that one on the wall. So sorry, bud. Tony, we don't have badgers here. Not hardly at all. Um, not hardly at all. Yeah, I won't go into that, Tony or Anthony. I mean, it affects everybody differently. Oh, I do, Tony. I really do. Not me, Patrick. I wouldn't have to release them. That'd be going on the wall. Oh, that sucks, Jesse. No, we're gonna be freezing up here pretty soon. Um, so we'll have that like couple days of really clear ice that I'm really looking forward to. Oh, that's awesome, Jesse. That's cool. Yeah, Ruger, I've heard the armadillos are kind of coming up. Um, you know, I've heard they hitch rides on semis and such. Then I've also heard they just, they're migrating north. Who knows what's really happening? Nice, Tony. Now we're at the halfway point, roughly, of 1,000. So I'm happy with that. I've still got 250 locations I haven't even touched yet. The big problem is if you guys watched my last video from yesterday that finally uploaded today with the snow, my 220 locations are done. That snow was a wet, heavy snow and it knocked down everything, and it's just that sucks. That's what the most disappointing thing about this is. The snow. It's gonna warm up. The coon are gonna run again, but that snow's already done its damage to my trails. It's already knocked down all the cover. When you watch the that came out today, you see what I mean. Like the grass is flat, and then you see this 220 shape, and then it's flat again. That's not going to do well at all. Yeah, William, I caught 11 today. I haven't even attempted to put it online yet. As soon as I got home, I started working, getting caught up on skunks and such. Yesterday, when I came home, I just literally was just done. I went straight to bed pretty much. So yesterday was a long day. I didn't get home till right before dark. So from 7 to 5, we were trapping, pulling traps, setting stuff off. It was a long day. Midwestern, how we doing, bud? We're still alive anyway, my man. James, yeah, all my foxes are getting tanned. If you're interested in one, you'd have to send me an email, Iowa Trapper, the number 2, Iowa Trapper 2 at Gmail. Tony, I won't be using them till January, bud. When the coons start rutting, then I'll start using boxes and buckets. James, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, I hear you, Anthony. We were predicting a very cold winter, very early winter. So, William, I pretty much everything on these gets used, from claws to skull to some organs to some meat. Everything that I can, I will market. I get a Midwestern. I just took a shower, and unfortunately, I still smell like skunk. I think it's just this hand though, and I don't know why. I wore gloves. This one's fine. It's just my left hand smells like skunk. Oh, I get it, James. Tomorrow's my big recoup day. I've got like 40 locations checked, take an hour, hour and a half. I'll come home, kind of chill out a little bit, probably try to make 25 or 30 colony traps tomorrow afternoon. Go to my bowling league and just kind of, for the first time since trapping season started, just kind of relax a little bit. Still plenty to do, and I'll still get some work done, but it's going to be good to kind of come inside, sit down, and actually just sit down. Normally, if I'm sitting down right now, it's to eat something fast or to download a video and then back to the shop or to bed. It's gonna be nice, just kind of chill for a little bit. Hey, Donald, how we doing? Anthony, I feel fine. I mean, I'm tired, but other than that, I feel fine. Uh, I get winded a little easier, but hopefully I'm planning this coming Sunday, to reset this line. Uh, most of the stuff I didn't pull. I pulled a lot of my older stuff that wasn't producing intermittently. But come Sunday, I'm setting all new fresh areas, setting some of the stuff that was producing on my older areas. It's going to be like opening day again, either Sunday or Monday. If this muskrat line works out, I'll be checking muskrat traps on Sunday, so it'll end up being Monday that I reset my coon line. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Got plenty of stuff to do too. I got a 4-H presentation I got to do here at the same time, as well as have a couple other people ride with me. So, I'm Mink Trapper. How we doing, bud? Oh, nice, James. That's awesome, bud. KRM 944. That varies from day to day, bud. Opening day this year, I don't know what we did, 170 locations. Probably Yeah, 150 locations, probably 300 traps, something like that. And every day I'm pulling or adding a few more. Yeah, Midwestern, exactly. Like right now, our coon are shut down. But if you're a canine trapper, you're loving this. You are loving this. It's just not a coon moving weather. Yeah, I get it, Iowa. Uh, Mason, I actually have not. I've never seen a color phased beaver. Personally, I've seen plenty of them on Facebook and social media, but I have never seen anything other than kind of our deep brown, as I'd call it, beaver. Yeah, I bet it's not, Mark. I bet it's not. Um, at least you can look at me, and whatever hits us, you know, is going to hit you in about a day. So, yeah, yeah, I've got some really good ones this year. It's crazy. I Skunks are definitely my favorite thing to trap now. Um, Not just because the value, but just because every single one of them is so unique compared to the one before it. Oh, it's your first year ever setting traps, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good luck to you. If there's anything you need, please feel free to email me, Iowa Trapper, the number two, or Iowa Trapper on Facebook. I'd be happy to help you get going any way I can, buddy. Oh, Anthony, you got a red variety out there? That's cool. Ours are pretty much just a like a deep brown. Talented, I have not caught a spotted skunk, but I've caught striped skunks that are very unique characteristics. Actually, this one, my favorite that's on the wall. It's not a spotted skunk. It's striped, but it's got like shoulder patches and a chest patch, and that's actually where I got it mounted. It's pretty unique. Even on his um, back legs, it had patches on them. Is pretty cool. So that's the reason I got that one tanned. Oh, nice, James. That's cool. That's cool. Jason, you're setting your first trap tomorrow. What are you setting for, buddy? I run a lot of Duke traps. They're definitely eco-friendly, I guess, and they're a solid trap too. So, what are you setting for? What kind of traps? Talk to me, buddy. I'd be willing to help you out any way I can on here. So would everybody else in the chat, I'm sure. Midwestern, no, no. I got a shower today. Yeah, you won't see me in gym shorts very often. Oh, really? Never seen a skunk. You just watched my dispatch video. I'm surprised YouTube allows that one, to be honest with you. But um, yeah, we have a lot of skunks here in Iowa. What do you want, dog? Hmm. Oh, nice, Tony. That's awesome. Really, you live in Southwest Virginia and have a lot of skunks. That's interesting. Oh, Anthony, YouTube cracks down on a lot of stuff. Actually, my buddy Next Gen, he's working on getting monetized now, and seems like a lot of his stuff, if he posts with showing his dispatched weapon, it takes it down. So, Ruben, how we doing, bud? I should post a wall or mount tour video sometime. Prized coon or trap. I guess I don't know what you mean, James. Don't quite understand that question, boss. I'm happy to be halfway through, roughly halfway where I want to be, but still a long ways to go. This warm streak coming up next week is going to be huge for me. Oh boy, Dustin, I wish I could help you with that. Maybe some other people in the chat can. Any tips for snaring gray fox in wood country? We don't have grassy fields, northern New Jersey. That's something that's way outside of my spectrum. I've yet to catch gray fox. I'd love to. But they definitely love the wooded areas. I do know that. The thicker, the better, it seems like. Midwestern, you take care, buddy. Feel free to stop in next time, too, bud. Good luck. Oh, they were Sterlings? Norfolk, Virginia. Matthew, it's hard. I get asked that question all. How many traps you running? Well, if you ask me one day, it might be 300. The next day might be 247. The next day, 285. It just varies so much. I'm always pulling or adding more to the line. Depends on what's happening. Every day is a different number. Nice, Spencer. There you go. I can't really say that, bud. Yeah, Gary, I need to. Still plenty of stuff to do in the shop. But we're gonna call another fairly early night tonight. Dixie, stop. Um, I feel all right. I'm just really tired yet. That's really about. I still smell. Trust me, I can still smell. Working on those skunk pods tonight. I mean, my eyes were watering, my nose was running. It was pretty, pretty crazy. Nice, Ruben. Uh, I don't have. I've got my first badger, a random otter, my first bobcat, my first mink, um, a random. Sorry, yeah, a random coyote, my first fox. That's not even my weasel. Uh, yeah, and then just a couple random deer and a swift fox that was given to me. Um, Actually, most of my fur's not even hanging up in here yet. It's still in the box. What is your deal? That dog is losing it. Oh, how do you do, Mink Trapper? Ruger, I've got about 12 ounces with, I don't know, there's probably 15 or 20 pods left to do. A lot of this was from last year yet. I just froze a bunch of it. Oh, cool. KRM, that's awesome. That's awesome. Kill pole is also in the pickup tomorrow. There you go, Tony. There you go. This is actually my wife's office where she does all her work, but yet it's all full of my stuff. Wow, that's a good day, bud. That's an awesome day. KRM, I go through Sleepy Creek a lot, and also Midwest Bone and Fur. Those are kind of the two tanneries I go through. I try to keep it pretty local here in Iowa. Gold Falcon, I get it. I've been getting a lot of hate now, especially since I've been posting videos of trapping, and more people are seeing my videos, and it is part of it, man. The best thing you can do when you get attacked by a liberal or someone that doesn't like what we're doing, regardless of what they say, take the time and try to explain to them why and how we do things. It sucks, and you hate it, but freaking out on them isn't going to solve anything. Get into a big pissing match. It's not gonna end well for anybody. So the best thing you can do is actually, just like I did today. Well, actually, it's yesterday. On my channel, someone said, it's so cruel. How would you like to have your arm in a trap? Yada yada yada. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'd like to explain to you how trapping really works now. And that's the best way you can go about it. That's the best way you can go about it. Yeah, I get it, Tony. Kill them with kindness. In a way, you kind of almost have to. Let them be the ones that overreact. I wouldn't say that. Oh, wow, Gary. My wife is in Israel right now. She'll be leaving tomorrow at about noon our time, headed back home. So, next gen, how we doing, buddy? We're just talking about you. $7.85. Thanks, Dan. I was working on that myself. It's all good. Thanks, buddy. You're hammering them, man. That's awesome. It's pretty impressive the amount of work and dedication you put into it, buddy. Just like I told you tonight when we were on the phone, You've earned your success, man. You've done awesome. Matthew, and that's the thing. Like, it's tough. Are you ever going to make a living in trapping again? I highly doubt it. Um, it's so hard to make real money in this. Oh, Lance, I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to be getting iced up here this weekend. That's why Friday, I'm probably looking at setting some colony traps for muskrat. Mountains of Thailand for New Year's Eve. That's awesome, Gary. That's amazing. Oh, Hillsman, that's tough. That's tough, buddy. That's too bad to hear. Mason, oh yeah, I catch a lot of fox and dog proof. Not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. Um, but I'm up to seven red fox and dog proofs, I think, in my trapping career. Um, Two of them were in the same trap 2 days apart. Like I caught one in it, and the next day I caught another one. So I get it, Ruger. I do. Just be careful what pot you stir. That's all I can say. KRM, actually, like all my skunks this year are getting tanned. Every skunk I catch this year is getting tanned, and I'll sell. Uh, I'll tan a few coon as well. Um, it just depends. I finish all my own fur. I flush and dry it. So the actual tanning itself is, if you do it in bulk, maybe $15 a piece versus singles are $25 to $30 a piece. Just depends where you go. Yeah, Chris, it's gonna get cold here Friday night. I actually got one of my markets coming here to pick stuff up Saturday night or late Friday night into Saturday, and I can only hope that they're not here as soon as my wife gets back from Israel, because I feel really bad. Like, hey, honey, how you doing? Sorry, I gotta work on first stuff for the next hour. So, Mason, the coolest catch? Man, that's so hard. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I've been lucky enough to have some pretty cool stuff happen. When I caught my first mink, I didn't even know what it was. I'd never even seen a mink before, many years ago. That's before I even had a driver's license. I think that probably one of the coolest I'd have to say is a double on otter on fish sticks on drowning rods. One of them didn't go down the drowning rod, or drowning cable, I should say. The other one did, and when I was trying to pull him up, I couldn't get it up. And when I finally was able to yank it up, the reason he wouldn't come up is he tangled around what I thought was like root or steel in the creek bed. But it pulled up an old trapper's trowel. It had the whole half moon. It was probably 4 foot long, like an old mink trowel. This thing probably weighed 30 pounds by itself. It was amazing. So I got this old school mink trowel and two otter on a creek that was 2 foot wide with maybe 2 foot of water in it. Mostly made for, I was planning on drowning some coon in it. I didn't expect that at all. It's pretty amazing. Now we're way behind. Sorry, I got Oh, cool, Logan. You caught, is it an albino or just a white face, or a cinnamon? But that's cool either way, buddy. No, Ruger, I'm pretty lucky. My Skinner is, I'll tell you what, if raccoons were worth $30 a piece, I'd be paying $5 right now. Every single animal. He's worth his weight in gold, that's for sure. First year, you're really going at it hard. Come sketching coyotes, are you sitting on sign? Oh, outdoors with Jake. Coyotes aren't my specialty, but set on sign, man. Set on sign. Location is everything with canines. The one thing I do know, in my opinion, I guess I should say, is people will say this bait works for a certain animal. This is the best bait. You got to have this. No, if they're hungry, they're going to work the set regardless of what bait you have in it, for the most part. Are there things that work better than others? Probably. But in all reality, you could preserve a mouse and throw in a dirt hole, and if a coyote's hungry, he's going to work it. Just my opinion. It might ruffle some feathers, but there's some good stuff out there that's louder that might pull them in from farther, but if you're setting on location, it's everything. Morgan, I appreciate that. I try to upload everything every night, which, adds more time to the day, but I love doing it. Outdoors with Jake, there you go. Gold Falcon's got some great pointers right there. Yeah, James, it's actually the second one I've ever caught. The first one I caught, I did not get tanned like I should have. Really regret that, and I was lucky enough to get another one. Oh, nice. Nice, Gold Falcon. Yeah, Tony knows coyotes too. He's up in the Dakotas with some awesome coyote territory. How you doing, my Alaskan friend? I was just talking to my buddy from Alaska the other day. Ruben hit the nail on the head right there. No matter what you use for bait, if you're not in the right area, it's not going to work. And the way I look at that, I could set up a hot dog stand right down here on the gravel road outside of my place. Nobody's going to show up. Versus downtown, yeah, that's where everybody's at. You got to be in the right spot. There you go, Rigger. Try it. It can't hurt. Mason, try to make it as a full-time trapper. That is extremely hard right now, buddy. Unless you're doing like, oh man, animal damage control work. You're really probably not gonna make it as like a career with trapping. There you go, Gold Falcon. There you go. I love my snares in the road ditches. Those are always fun. Yeah, Scab will find me. Scab will find me with hot dogs. Oh man, it was a long day pulling more traps, or setting them off, I should say. I set off more traps than I pulled, but Oscar, I'm all right. Um, Tested positive for COVID, but I was feeling like crap yesterday. Yesterday was a terrible day for me. I did not get much stuff done in the shop. I came home, took video, and pretty much went to bed. um, I don't feel bad today. I'm tired, but I'm always tired this time of year. So, Rieger, I'll tell you what, riding with Mark was I I go back and forth with the highlight of my trapping career. Was it being asked to do a demo at the National Trapper Convention, or being asked by Mark to do this episode for Weebies? I can't pick between either. It was really an honor to be asked for the National Trapper Convention to do a demo, especially being the only raccoon demo there. But at the same time, Mark's DVDs are what got me into road lining and taught me trapping in the beginning. If it wasn't for his DVDs, I guarantee you I'd not be where I'm at. So neither one of those experiences I will ever forget. I'll be 80 years old if I'm alive. I will remember those moments. I will promise you that. 578, we're live, buddy. I hope it was live for everybody else. It was just you, my man. James, as far as I know, we're doing the bet, but I'm probably in big trouble with that because, yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff on my line. I'm hoping to set out some footholds next week, but it's got to have open water. We got enough snow that hopefully is going to melt to make the creeks open again, but we're icing up. We're icing up bad. I mean, Saturday's low is 9. So is there enough snow next week when we hit 40s to run down the creeks to melt that ice? I don't know. We're going to find out. Nice, Gab. You would. Outdoor, Jake. If I so I pre-stake. All my traps are out before season. I'll go through like this year. I set probably 250 traps the first day. I had to call it a little bit short because I had some family stuff to take care of. Clinton, how we doing? Yeah, the weather's terrible. Hey, Eric. Uh, Jeremy, you didn't have to do that, sir. I appreciate it, though, buddy. I really do. Some snow in Alabama. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Ruben. And that's when I got that phone call, like, hey, just so you know, I tested positive for COVID, but I feel good though. And I'm like, oh, well, you just rode with me 3 days ago, so that's all right. I honestly, like 4 hour time frame, I just went from hero to zero because I just like, man, I just feel like I got my ass kicked right now. Eric, that's a smart move. I basically set my entire line off or pulled all of it. Come next Sunday, Monday, it's game on again. We'll be hitting hard. Oh, sorry, Jerry. My bad. I probably should get glasses. It's getting bad, but I do appreciate it. Scab, why you got to be like that? You got to point out all my flaws. It's kind of what you do. You and AutoCAD are in the same boat. Yeah, Dan, that's the thing. Like we got snow here, and it shuts down all coon movement like completely. Um, I did not want snow this early, and it's going to destroy all my 220 locations. I've probably got another 100 220s out that I haven't even touched yet that I'll probably have to switch out to dog proofs when I get there because it's not going to work for 220s anymore, which is very frustrating. Yeah, David. That's the thing. Like, this is like the worst time to hit it in a way. I mean, well, I feel all right. So, considering my line's pulled and pretty well condensed right now, it's all right. But I take emergency drink every day this time of year, which for those of you who don't know, it's basically like 10 times the vitamin C that you need every day. Uh, just I take multivitamins just to try to, because I'm not eating well, I'm never drinking enough this time of year. It's go, 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 go. And just wasn't quite enough this year. Hey, I get it. It's a 220, yeah. All right, Tony, you take care, buddy. Set some beaver traps. Awesome. Wife says you can't trap. Big bummer. I'll live through you. Oh, that's too bad, David. I appreciate that, but man, that's too bad. That's too bad. We're gonna make a set just for you, David. We're gonna make a set just for you this next week. Dan, that's my problem. Like, I could set a lot more footholds and trails and pick up odd stuff, but those trails are going to pick up 5 coon before I even have a chance at anything else. And if I'm going to pick up a coon for brewing the location, I might as well set a dog proof for a 220. That's kind of what my 220s are. I love 220s because I can set those, catch the odd stuff, not ruin the trail. So I can catch coon after coon after coon, and on day 5 or 6, catch that bobcat or fox, but the trail's still there. Versus throw a foothold out there, catch a coon, make a big circle. Now I'm not catching anything because of that circle. Whereas if I throw a dog proof in there, so I catch something in the foothold, make a big circle, throw a dog proof in, I'll still catch coon, nothing else, or I just don't set it again. So our coon population is just too high in my area to really do anything. Jerry, don't start something you can't finish. Yeah, right, Gold. Yeah, I get it. Hey, thanks, Ray. I appreciate it. I really do. I try to keep, my channel is about as real as it gets. You guys are going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, my success, my fails. I'm going to fail just as much as anybody else. I'll show it. I get a lot of hate for that, though. Like, why? That was stupid. Why do you set that? Or, well, that's your own fault. And it's like, yeah, and I own it. I mean, that's part of life. We all fail and we all make mistakes. Hey, Dave, how we doing, bud? Joe needs a beaver man in Westlake. Michael, how we doing? James, that's really not that uncommon. You hit them just right, and they're done instantly right there. Oh, cool, AKW. How we doing tonight, by the way? Hey, Justin, how we doing? It's been a long time since I seen you on here, buddy. They all just got done skinning. How'd your day go? It's pretty rough here with that front moving in. I pretty much snapped everything off, wait until Sunday or Monday. Just took a dinner break, back to work. All right, well, you take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in, man. Gold Falcon, and that's the thing. You got to be really careful where you set those traps here in Iowa. Legally, yeah, I could set a lot of spots, but it'd be very unethical. So I really have to watch where I put those 220s in the row. I did not scab. That's news to me. AKW, that's chilly. That's chilly. Hey, thanks, James. I appreciate it. Yeah, that my bobcat that I got was probably the second best bobcat I've ever caught here in Iowa. It was really good cat. And there's no shortage of cats here. They're everywhere. It wouldn't surprise me, Gold Falcon. It wouldn't surprise me. Enough long johns for that. I probably have to put a hoodie on for that, I'm sure. Yeah, next gen, you've been hammering them, man. You probably do need some sleep. Heck, what do you got? What do you say, 619 or 618 for the day? That's pretty awesome, buddy. That's pretty awesome. No, Jerry, I'm not contracted out by the city. I wish. No, I just trap the my county and the four surrounding counties is what I figured out today. Uncle Bucks, you better get those mink sets out. 620. So next gen's at 620 coon in what are we at? 11 days. That's pretty awesome. He definitely knows what he's doing. Eric, so that's my problem right now is that snow, that heavy snow that we got knocked down all my 220 locations. Um, that's eating at me more than anything this season. Uh, even 220s I was checking and pulling and snapping off or whatnot. All that cover is knocked down. So you have this box of a 220 with no more cover or anything to force them through that tunnel. You know, they got this tunnel going through everything, and you throw a 220 in it, and it works perfect. But all of a sudden, everything else is flattened. Now they can just go wherever. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. We got probably 2 to 3 inches, but it's really heavy wet snow. Yeah, the damage is done. The damage is done to all those trails. Proven. That's funny. No, that kid's got more drive than I've ever had. So that's pretty awesome to see. It's pretty awesome to see some young guys out here just hammering for go out there trapping. They love to do it. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. We need more of it. If we're gonna stay alive as trappers, we need more of it. Oh, cool, Dan. Yeah, you would know. You would know then. Eric, when I was running my coon line today, there's several spots where in that little bit of snow we got now that's still here, where instead of a 220 or dog proof, if I had a snare a little higher, I would have caught a coyote. And that snow will tell you everything that you need to know. You know, and I'm just as guilty of it as anybody. You know, I look at a trail, I'm like, man, that's a coon trail. But then all of a sudden you see these coyote tracks running down and hopping over your 220. And it's like, yep, that would have been a good coyote. Hey, Vet, how we doing, buddy? Oh, AKW, that sucks, man. Ruger, yeah, I was very fortunate to let my dad let me use this truck twice now this year. Um, I take it pretty easy on it, and I try to keep it pretty clean because he's got a nice pickup. But um, I don't know, it's probably right around 100, 120 miles each day. Yeah, but I did get it stinky. I did get it stinky the second time for sure. No, Jerry. I've got a German short hair who's a couch potato. So Dixie, Dixie. Dixie. Hi. Come on. Yeah. She's yeah. She's something else. Yeah, actually Ruben he did text me the other day and said, yeah, you know this thing still smells. I'm like, yeah, sorry. Shot a giant buck in self-defense on Saturday, never found him. Wow. I've heard of a couple things like that happen to AKW. Oh, cool, Dan. That's awesome. RM, work on fur. There's plenty of fur to be done. That, yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. You didn't have to do that, but yeah, it's after today working on. So I harvested 12 ounces of skunk essence tonight. Some from last year, some from this year, but I figured the wife's not home yet. Let's uh let's get that essence harvested and get the smell out of here before she comes home in a couple days. G Trapper, how we doing, buddy? And for taxidermist, I might as well. Oh, Ethan, that's too bad, buddy. That is too bad. Um, I'm sorry to hear that. Bobcats, I do know, are the hardest thing to mount, from what I've heard. Um, I really can't give a good recommendation because I've never had a full mount of so, man, that sucks. Zinger D. The fur itself is about the only thing that I don't have a market for, locked in anyway. um, I'm moving everything else as far as bones and organs and claws and everything else, but it seems like that's the thing that I have the most issues with. Thanks, Vet. I appreciate that. Yeah, James. My guess is with all the essence that I harvested tonight, like for some reason my left hand smells like skunk. I don't know why. My right hand doesn't, which is weird. But for the first time ever harvesting essence, my eyes watered and my nose started running. I've never had that happen. It was pretty wild. Dan, I have a market for the empty shells. I have market for the skunk empty shells, the skunk fat, the skulls, the claws, the feet. Skunks are definitely my best bang for their buck. Oh, cool, Gold Falcon. Yeah, Don. It's Ruger, I believe. Yeah, he's a little younger than me, but I've heard some good stuff from him. I've never sent anything there, but I've heard good things. Scab, she's on Facebook. I've seen her. I can't think of her name right now, but I've seen some awesome stuff from her. Jerry from Skunk, I promise you. I will promise you. Hey, Michael. Good luck, bud. Good luck. Yeah, Dan, as many feet as you have, that'd be a good thing to have for sure. Ruger, I'd sell that sucker. Bobcat skulls are worth money, man. Um, Post that sucker online and you can move it pretty quick. Oh, cool, AKW. That's awesome. I, I wear the only time I ever wear gloves is in the fur shed. I will never wear gloves trapping. You'll never see me wearing gloves. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It still smells terrible. Hey Brian, how we doing? Eric, the cat's going on the wall. Um, We're gonna get a place for him probably right around there. Because for the hat to go on the wall. Jerry, the only thing I've ever smoked is a pork loin and brisket. And a few cigarettes when I was young and stupid and drinking. Yeah, Ruben, I've heard a lot of stories like that. That's awesome, AKW. Jerry, normally it's Dan. Speaking of Dan, how's Judith doing? I guess I haven't heard an update how she's doing. Eric, it can be. It can be. We can talk, Ruger. We can sure talk. Unless Mark wants it. Feel free to make that connection too. James, I'll tell you what. I get some spring beaver as long as I know it's fresh. I'm gonna be eating it myself. You get a good back strap on the grill or hind quarter slow cooked. Man, that's hard to beat. That is hard to beat. Christopher, you killed your first deer this year or this weekend. That's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations on your first deer, bud. I'll never forget my first deer. Yeah, I bet, Dan. I'm glad she's healing well, buddy. That's good to hear, man. That's awesome to hear. All right, AKW, thanks for stopping in, buddy. You take care, man. William, yeah, I'm a Hawk fan. Um, I'm just an Iowa fan in general. I like the Hawkeyes. If ISU's playing anybody outside of Iowa, I'd root for them too. So, all right, Jerry. Thanks, buddy, and you have a good night. Ruger, yeah, we'll work something out. Send me another email, buddy. We'll get it figured out. It is, James. It really is. Night, Jerry. Take care, bud. There you go, Scab. There you go. Any market you can find is a good one right now. Brian, I do not. I sell most of my skulls, but I do have a guy cleaning a lot of them who I will then sell myself. Oh, Jerry's not going to bed. You're saying good night. Gotcha. Eric, the wife comes home Friday night. So I've got tonight and tomorrow night at bowling, and then they're home. So the the all out trapping mode will slow down a little bit. Ruben, that's hard, man. I get asked that question a lot, and don't take this the wrong way, but I just cannot share what I have going. because it's very limited, and I can't publicly talk about it. But my suggestion on social media: tell people what you have, and see what you can move. There's a lot of stuff out there, buddy. There really is. Huskers over Hawkeyes this year? Like Nebraska? They still have a team over there? I wasn't sure about that. Sorry. David, I've macerated and I will have a lot beetle clean this year. Rubber padded jaws. High Desert Hunter, I have not. What size of trap are you talking about? What size of trap and what size of dogs are you concerned about? Yeah, just get on social media, Ruben. Start talking. There's a lot of taxidermy places on Facebook. There's a lot of oddity markets. Taxidermy. Christopher, yeah, you're right. Hey, Big Tinies, how we doing? There you go, Scab. There you go. Justin, that's awesome. Oh, James, that's cool, buddy. That is cool. All right, nothing wrong with being new to trapping. High desert, no problem at all. Um, Large enough for a western coyote. The neighbor's dog is a terrier. That's tough because really you want a number two or bigger for coyotes, in my opinion. Um, but for a terrier, that might be a little tough on them. Is there how close does that dog run? Are you worried about catching it? Are you getting far enough away from their house? Um, Maybe a number two offset might be a go-to choice. Maybe some others can help me out here. A good coyote trap that is safe for the incidental terrier. I'm sure some guys on here can really help us out. Ruben, yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's tough, but social media is everything. YouTube, Facebook. I'm behind for my age group, but it is huge. I mean, that's where everything's at. We grow a lot of tomatoes here, Jerry. My wife loves tomato plants, but it seems like I'm the one that loves tomatoes, so it's kind of interesting. Oh, cool, Eric. That would be cool. That would be cool. Oh, nice, Big Tiny's. That's awesome. Ooh, well, just be careful, Jerry. You don't want to get yourself in a bad situation. Duke 550 offset would be a good one. Yeah, Ethan, I got it. Yeah, there you go, Scab. Huh, that's interesting, Patrick. I never knew that. Ah, high desert. I get it. I get. Hey, Michael Grant, how we doing, bud? Ruben. Of course, it's getting you in trouble. Ooh, nice, big tinies. Fox, gray fox. You don't want an offset for a fox, in my opinion. Um, if you know it's for sure going to be a fox, I'd go 1.5. Um, maybe 1 3/4 at most. Yeah, or yeah, like Justin said, or you can cage trap it. That wouldn't be a bad choice either. Really, Patrick? That's crazy. Yeah, big tinies. You're probably right. Oh, high desert. You do not need number fours. That's way too big. No, high desert. Number two at the biggest, in my opinion. At the absolute biggest. Hey, Jacob, how we doing? I'm not familiar with the rubber jaws at all. I'm really not. Um, I actually did have a first too on my line. For the first time ever, I caught my thumb in a 220. I've never caught my hands in a 220 before. I was setting it off, and apparently one of the safeties came off, and just on one side, it snapped me right across the tip of the thumb. Woo! That smarted. Oh yeah, big tiny's it for sure will for sure. Morgan Dick, I appreciate it, buddy. You didn't have to do that. I will. I will make a set for you. That won't be a problem. Straight John number two. All right, Justin, that's a good idea. Yeah, James. I mean, today sucked. I mean, it was 20 some degrees, 15, 20 mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest. It was just a terrible day. Um, but it is what it is, you know. We're prepared for this cold snap coming because coon are not going to be moving in any level of trapping efficiency. So I snapped everything off except for a few spots yet. And then we're going to go muskrat trapping under the ice here in the next couple of days. One and a half, 1 3/4. All right, big tiny. So 1.5, basically picture ideal for raccoons. Number twos, 1 3/4 to twos is that raccoon to coyotes. Some people use number 3s for coyotes, but I wouldn't say it's ideal, at least in my area. 4s to 5s, you're looking at beaver trapping, in my opinion. So I would say that number 2, at most. Dale, we don't have a whole lot now, but it depends. If I go northwest route where I'm at, we probably got an inch and a half or so. Killed on my 220 locations. Duke Douglas laminated, yeah. Yeah, Alaskan wooden spoon guy. I probably shouldn't, but we're gonna hop off here, guys. I'm pretty beat. I'm ready for bed, and it's 9:40. I'm beat. It's been a long day. I'm gonna try to sleep this off and get some rest. We'll be out there. We'll be out there again soon. Just letting this cold snap get through. We're over 500 now, which is awesome. Just gotta push through it. Next week's gonna warm up, and we're gonna hammer them again. So, big tinies, I appreciate it, buddy. You don't have to do that. Justin, I will not be going live Friday. My wife gets home from Israel Friday night. So her and my son get home late Friday night. I don't know what time that is. I don't even know if that's my Friday night or her Friday night from Israel, because there's an 8-hour difference. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. But I will not be. This will be my last live until probably middle of next week. So yeah, Don. I don't feel terrible. I'm just beat. Yesterday was worse than today. I got some good sleep today. Got rested up. But yeah, testing positive for the big C kind of sucks, but is what it is. You got to keep moving on. Life goes on. Yeah, David, I appreciate it, buddy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, all right, guys, I appreciate the support. We're gonna go get some sleep. I'm beat. Come out here tomorrow. We're gonna build some colonies. I got some fur to finish, and we're gonna do some rat trapping here with the nice cold front coming through. So, thanks, Earl. I appreciate it. Y'all take care, and we'll see you here hopefully in less than a week.